Alright guys, welcome back. Let me get my audio straightened out here a little bit. Alright, we are back on Atheist Gaming Community server here on the island. The new map that we started up, I think 2 days ago at this point. Hey Logan, how you doing? But yes, this is the community server that I do have a few members that have actually already joined, which is pretty cool. I think we got, let's take a look at the admin panel here. I think we got 4 people playing right now, so that's pretty cool. Gaining some ground there. But yeah, I forgot. I tamed up a trike before I logged off, I guess. Forgot about that. Or not a trike, a turtle. Carbon Nemesis, whatever you want to call it. I totally forgot about that. Let's grab it, bring it back to base here. Alright, you come here. And I did a little bit of work. I wasn't on too much earlier, but I was on a little bit, and I did make my house a little fancier looking. Although this is still just my starter base. There's a different location I'm going to go for my permanent base. But I can't help it. I like building aesthetically, so I even put some extra details on there that are totally unnecessary, but I thought it looked nice. So, a little bit of work there. Fanciest starter hut I think I've ever done. But we're going to quickly go pretty shortly here. I think I'm going to make some billboards and foundations, and I'm going to go at least like mark off the areas that I want to build. That way we can kind of claim it. Sweet, going to keep this house around. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think I'm just going to leave it unlocked and let people, like, when I move on, they can use it as a place of shelter and, like, whatever. I don't have much in here yet, but, like, I have a smithy people could use. Water, campfire, that kind of stuff. So I think I'll leave it. I mean, if we get more people on the server and, like, I feel like we need the space for some reason, I doubt we'll get that overloaded. But if we do, I'll take it down. But otherwise, maybe it'll just be a little safe spot that people can come check it out. But for the moment, like I said, I think my first goal of today, since we're getting a lot of people, or not a lot, but a number of people on the server, is I want to get my little spot marked off so that I kind of claim that land. Hey Eli, yep, I did. I made a Patreon server. I don't know if you were on when I was kind of giving the whole breakdown of it, but I was trying to do it for free, but I didn't want to host it for my house just for performance and uptime and all that stuff. So I'm doing it through Nitrado, but then I have to pay monthly, so I ended up doing it based on either TikTok subscription or my Patreon. But yeah, that's out there, so if anybody does want to join it, let me know. Like I said, we got 4 or 5 people that are hopping on, so it's a decent little start here, which will be kind of fun. Yeah, and I'm going to, my plan is, you're a little low level, so I don't really want you. Cool colors, though. Actually, I really like those colors. I'm going to use, I think live streaming, I'm going to probably focus on being on this, on the community servers. And then I'm going to switch over to just doing my normal single-player playthroughs or, you know, like my private servers. I'm going to do those as YouTube videos. That way, I have a good balance now. I was struggling to figure out, like, what content to do in videos and what content to do on live streams. And I think this makes that simpler. I'll just have separate playthroughs, basically. It'll be a lot more slow going because I'll be doing 2 things essentially at the same time. But that's okay. I don't really mind. It just gives me more content to do, I guess. If you want to get on it, Eli, you can subscribe either to the TikTok side. If you are able, I do prefer the Patreon because Patreon only takes like 8% of the what would you call it, the payment or whatever, the subscription, whereas TikTok takes 50%. So if you want to join and you don't mind, I would recommend doing the Patreon, or I would appreciate the Patreon. The link is in my bio. If you go to my bio on TikTok, there's a link tree that has all of my different sites you can go to, my Discord, all that stuff. But either way is fine. If you don't have Patreon, you don't want to use Patreon, you can also sub on TikTok, and once you do that, I can work with you to get access to the server. A little disclaimer is if and when you do ever sign up, it does take about a day or so before I'd be able to get you on because I'm using whitelists, or like the exclusive join. That way we keep this, we keep the server secure. I didn't want to do a password because I figured it just takes one person leaking it out, and then all of a sudden we have random people popping in and out. So it's a whitelist, but that means I have to get your name or your ID added to the whitelist, and then unfortunately it doesn't apply until a server reboot, and I don't want to reboot like, you know, every time somebody joins, because then nobody would want to play on this server. So I'm going to do it like nightly reboots or something like that. So whoever I got added in the previous night will be able to play the next night, basically. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's just give you a bunch of weight. You're just going to be a tank in case something comes and attacks. Hopefully you can soak up some damage and keep us safe. Let's have everybody follow. Hey Darren, I mean if you join on either like I said TikTok or the Patreon, I can definitely work with you to try to get your ID added, but the reboot will end up happening at night. We have 4 or 5 people on right now, so I don't want to take the server down. Oh, you think you did? What's your did you just do it now or did you do it already? I guess, and where did you subscribe and what's your name on there just so that I know where to look for you? Okay, let me take a look. And if you did, what do you play on, Darren? Do you play on PC or console? Look if I see it on there. Hey, Roman. I don't think I see it yet, but I don't know how quickly this updates. So I'll well, PC is the easiest, but I've been able to get I have one person on that's on Xbox, so we did figure it out. It's a little bit more of a pain because we couldn't figure out on PC. All you have to do, what the number you have to get me, is you hit the console command window, you type in who am I, you hit enter, and then it gives you this OSS ID. That's what I need to add you to the server. I thought you could do that on console, but it didn't seem like it was popping up. So what I ended up doing with, I think it was, he tried to join the server a few times, and then I was able to check the server logs, and I could see the denial coming through with the ID, and I added the ID that way. So whichever one you want to do is fine, but yeah, Darren, I don't see you, I don't think. Oh, and did you say you just did it? Okay, I do think I see it rolling in. So yeah, if you like I said, if you do PC, that's how you can get your ID over to me. If you want to do on PS5, whichever way, just try to get that ID to me, and I'll add it in tonight before I go to bed, and then there'll be a nightly reboot or whatever. So we should be good to roll for tomorrow then, if I can get your ID. All right, so yeah, this is the starter hut. It's way fancier than it needed to be, but I love building, so I just did it. I think I'm going to leave it open when I leave it. I'm just going to leave it open, and it'll be kind of like a little safe spot that people can come use. It's just got like a... this is a Nitrado server, yeah. Nice. I love the Bob's Tall Tale pack. I mixed a little bit of that in here. I kept a little bit of the normal wood, but then I also... did a bit of the Bob's Tall Tale skins. So I kind of mixed it up. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But what I'm going to do today, my first focus... awesome, Seeker. My first focus of the day is going to be going to put a couple billboards down to claim my land where I want to build, because I know where I want to build. With more people joining the server, I just want to kind of mark it off a little bit. Oh, nice, Roman. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're a pain in the butt to keep fed. Well, not really if you know what you're doing, if you get the right trees or whatever. But they're cool. They're definitely cool. They're really buggy though. I don't know if you had problems with that, but I kept getting stuck. My tames would get stuck inside of it. I was getting stuck inside of it. Hopefully they fixed that a bit. But aside from that, it's been it was pretty cool. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is just get a couple billboards. I'm gonna use those to mark off like where I want my house, and then like the section I'm going to be at, I have a section where the house will be, where the water pen will kind of be. So I'll just put a few signs down just to mark it so that people know that I've kind of laid claim to it. I put a note, so if anybody does join the server, my little welcome message when you pop in is I'm trying to avoid pillar spam all over the place. By all means, you can do the same thing I'm doing, like placing a little sign to say like, please hold this for me. I just don't want a million pillars all over the place to try to save your spot. So if you do join the server, please give people ample space. If you already see a building, just move a little farther away so that everybody has space to build. I don't plan on bringing like 100 people on this server. If I started getting more and more people, I'd probably just spin up a second server, because I want people to have the freedom to build. I don't want this to be like an official server where you got, again, pillars everywhere because everyone's worried about not being able to build. So anyways, that's about it. But the snow area, yeah, I like the snow area. There's some good spots there. I'm actually going to be bordering the snow area where I'm going. It's like right on the edge, so I'm almost there. Loki, this one's set up PvE, because then this is just community server. I'm more of a PvE player in general, and so for those that have been watching me and enjoying the stream, I'm going to guess they're okay with PvE because that's been my style. So that's how the server is going to be. We may try to do some sort of PvP events at some point in time if we can agree on some sort of conditions behind them, and things that won't end up getting like your main base destroyed, or you're not going to lose all your dinos or something. So we might do something cool like that down the road, but mainly this will be PvE. All right, the business. I want to get this marked off before I lose my spot because I really want to build here. I built in this spot on my original island playthrough, but it was before, like, I wasn't doing any streaming. I wasn't doing, I wasn't recording, I wasn't streaming, I wasn't doing any of that. So I'm kind of sad. I don't have any footage from that playthrough, but that does mean I can just use the same spot because I loved it. I'll build my house a little different and do some different stuff, but I like the location, so we're going to stick with that. So let's just go with these 4 billboards. That's all I need to begin with. We'll mark a few spots. Hey, goodbye. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. I wish I could, man. You can look up the server, but you're not going to be able to get in. It's white. It's all whitelisted. There's no passwords or anything. I wish I could, honestly. It's just, like I said, I want it secure, and I think this is the best way. So it's just gotta be patient, unfortunately. Did you send me that ID though? If you just message it to me through like a private message. I didn't look yet, but make sure you get that to me because I will need that to get you added. We're so slow because I'm very heavy. I don't know why I brought all... Why did I... Okay, let's turn around. I don't know why I brought all this extra wood. Clearly wasn't paying attention. I really just need the billboards. Yep, Steam... Yeah, Steam Arc is... Like I said, that's going to be the easiest method for me. So, yeah, for sure. If you have a decent enough computer to run it and you play it on that, then for sure, that'll be... I know I can get you in there because you can do exactly what I showed you with the console commands. Like I said, I gave those directions to somebody that was Jaden was playing on Xbox, and the console commands weren't working for him. So it's just seems to be harder to get the right code from that side. There's probably a way. Unfortunately, I don't have an Xbox or PS5, so I'm not able to like test it on my own how to get that ID. If anybody has one and wants to try doing the console command stuff, I'm curious if anyone else is able to get their ID from that. But Jaden was having a hard time doing it. Again, we did get him in, so I know we can get Xbox people in and PS5, but I just don't know the easiest way to get the key without you trying to join a bunch of times and me checking the logs to watch for the failures, basically. How do you stream your PC, play on to TikTok? Was it complicated? Not really. I mean, I just did a couple, Google searches and YouTube to kind of see what people were doing. But it's not very hard. If you get like the TikTok, so I like to use OBS in general. OBS is a streaming software if you're not familiar, but TikTok unfortunately doesn't give you stream keys, which means you can't directly stream out of OBS to TikTok. You have to use like their live studio app. I heard there's ways to get like an agent or do something weird to get a key, but I don't really want to mess with all that. But long story short, on TikTok, if you get the TikTok Live Studio app, there's pretty straightforward settings of like, what do you want to add to your... It'll show you the window, and you can choose a window that's open on my PC. So you can choose like the arc window. Then you can size it on the little canvas, I guess you could call it. Size it out and get your thing going, and then put like your camera in if you want your camera. You put that in. It's pretty easy. It's all kind of drag and drop and pretty self-explain. It's just you gotta again have the internet and have a computer that can handle doing both the things at the same times. Pearl caves. I don't know specific. I think so. You're just talking about the underwater ones. I believe they're still there. I think I only went there like once or twice. Okay, here's my spot. It's unclaimed, thankfully. This is where the house is going to go, somewhere over here. I'm going to do a bunch of stables around here. And then on the side I just flew over, that's where I'm going to put like a water pen. Yeah, I mean, it's not much different than OBS as far as the like, putting your sources in or whatever, sizing them up and all that fun stuff. I have a server myself. Nitrado will allow you to use PC, Xbox. Yeah, you can... Yeah, Nitrado allows you to do all crossplay. Did I Am I losing my mind? Did I not bring those billboards? I'd be very sad if I didn't bring those billboards. How did I not bring those billboards? What did I do? Oh, at least I'm not that. I didn't honestly know I was as close as. I didn't know I was as close as I was to the spot. I should have just headed over here the first time. I don't know. I thought I was farther away for some reason. Well, I guess when you're on a flyer, everything seems closer. Oh, no worries, man. I don't know what I did. Hey, Nightmare, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that on the Twitch side. It's just weird. Like, oh, I didn't craft them. Thanks, Corey. Corey was looking. He knew what was going on. I saw that I could craft them in my little tracker there on the right, but yes, I must not have crafted them. Corey's got a good eye. Yeah, I saw the new patch. So I mean, my client patched. The server didn't get it yet, but clearly it's not a problem. I was able to load in. But I do have nightly reboots, so it should catch the update then, I think. Ooh, got real foggy. I put the I think I have the reboots going at like 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm hoping that's a decent time. Hopefully late enough that people have hopped off and before people would start maybe waking up and hopping on. Stam on it is 550, so not super great, but not terrible. I've already pumped a few points into it. All right, billboard. Let's try this again, guys. Or can I do 5 just because I don't know what I want to mark off, I guess. Now watch, I won't be able to fly on the Pterodon. Like, you are too freaking heavy. I have a couple of mods, and we might add more, Darren. I'm in a mix. I have Jugbug. I don't know if he's on the chat here. Jugbug joined yesterday, and I know he's hot to put a ton of mods. I really don't want to do too many for multiple reasons. One, because it just starts causing problems. Every update, you're like an update away from a bunch of crap breaking. So I'm a little nervous to put too many on there. Hey, Corey. But I do have a few. I have easy engrams so that every time you level up, you just get the engrams at that level. That way you're not spending a bunch of time in here clicking what you're clicking. Again, I mostly play solo, so I would rather be able to craft everything. It's not like I'm in a group of people that are going to all learn different engrams and then craft stuff. So easy engrams. I have Super Spyglass, which I primarily use when I'm breeding just so that I can see all the stat distribution and stuff. I have the Quality of Life mod, or QOL mod, which has a bunch of stuff in it. I don't use everything, but some stuff's there. I have, for weight, I don't have stacks, but I do have this backpack mod. That to me is kind of a happy medium. It's not overpowered like some of the stacking mods are, but it still gives you a little bit of a boost there. If you've never used it, there's like a couple tiers of the backpacks. This is just the first tier, and you can see it's giving me 80% item weight, so I'm basically getting a 20% reduction. But as you get to, like, I think the third tier, it's like an 80% reduction, so it's pretty decent. But I like that over the stacking mods because it starts getting too powerful when you're doing stacking mods. And some of this is up for debate, by the way. If there's if the bulk of people want to change something, I will definitely entertain the idea. I just I want to keep it in the middle. I don't want it too easy or too boosted or too crazy because to me it just becomes unfun. Like, there's no reward then because you don't really, I don't know, you don't have to really work for anything. So I kind of want a middle ground of still having to do a lot of the vanilla-esque things, but maybe a little bit faster paced on some of it. And then, like I said, mod-wise, I just don't want too many because I don't want to have a bunch of problems just getting the server running. But I've done that in the past. I've added all sorts of mods, and then, yeah, like I said, one breaks and you're in trouble. In trouble trying to get it all stable and running again. So, easy engrams, QOL. I have mouse saver, which is literally just you can hold your mouse as opposed to clicking it a million times when you're fighting. I know there's a couple more. I have the crafting potion one, which if you've never used, you craft the crafting potion, and then when you take it, it distributes all of your points into crafting for like a short period of time. I think it's like 2 minutes or something like that. And then after 2 minutes, it reverts it all back to where you had it. So it's nice. Again, it just saves you time so that you don't have to respec and set all your points and then do it again. If I can spell my own name. What's the overall goal for the server? There's not really any goal. It was just I'd been live streaming my other content and your blah, blah, blah. I was already doing live streams with my normal server stuff, and there was a lot of people asking about playing. So I kind of just I was thinking, trying to find what was a good way to get more people or get people involved and be able to play on the server. So I just created this for a fun place to play. And this is just going to be, I think my live stream content is going to be this server, or any of the shared servers that I'm going to start using. And then my YouTube is going to be like my private servers where I'm going to do like episode type content. That way it's split, because I was struggling with like what content to do on lives and what content to do in the episodes. And I think that's going to be the best way to do it, is I'll just have two separate playthroughs. I'll just have fun on this one and live stream and mess around, and then I'll have a whole other playthrough that I'll do the I'll take more linear, I guess, or more in a cohesive order, and have the episodes coming out on YouTube. Let's do future APS water pen, sure. Yep, and that's where I'm just in the middle, Darren. Like I said, there's some stuff I am definitely okay with. I just don't want to, like I said, I want a happy medium. I don't want it I don't want to take all of the grind out of it by any means. I like having some aspects. Like I guess an example. Oh, this is an example because this isn't a grindy thing, but I'll use one example of a few types of things that were brought up. I'm unsure of a few ones, and don't get me wrong, I've used things like this before, but the upgrade station. Now, I've used it before for sure, and it is great if you've played a million times and you just want to be able to easily upgrade. I do like it, but the thing that I guess bums me out about it is it makes drops and stuff like not as exciting. Like I like the surprise or the reward of like finding a cool blueprint. And as a server, I actually want to try to be like, I guess build community by like even sharing on our Discord, maybe like who has a good blueprint for, you know, hey, I got a Ascendant blueprint or something like that for a rifle, and you want that, and then you kind of get together and craft like borrow blueprints and stuff. I think that'd be more fun than just like being able to easily upgrade your stuff. Again, maybe that'll change in the future, but that was my thoughts. I like that kind of stuff. Somebody was talking about the Dino Painter mod, and that too. I mean, I get that it could be cool to paint, but then it makes mutations not as fun because you're not getting the cool color, or like the cool colors aren't from a reward. So like, I hope that makes sense. Like I like the things that make Ark fun to me are the things that are like a chance of you getting it, and if you get it, you're so excited. And so I still kind of want some element of that, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't want to take away the fun parts, I guess. But like that QOL mod, that's an example of one. If you're not familiar with it, it has a lot of stuff in it that can make the quality of life stuff easier. And then it's just up to you if you want to use it or not. Like it's got the nanny type thing. It's got a, you got like a gardener and all that stuff. So if you don't want to tend to all your stuff, you can use those types of things. They're there. I may or may not on this server because again, I like doing some stuff by hand. But anyways, it's just a mix of things. And again, as a group, we can continue some things moving forward. But that's my philosophy, is I want it as vanilla as we can, but yes, taking out some of the crazy grind. A happy middle ground. Yep, Loki, exactly. But maybe turned up a little faster pace than official Ark. Because if that's how Ark's supposed to be, that's a little too slow for me. Baby raising, I will say, that is the one thing I did elevate quite a bit, because that stuff just takes forever and you have to sit at your base the whole time. So I have that stuff turned up quite a bit. Other than that, normal rates are like, I think it's 3 times gathering, 3 times taming, 3 times XP, all that kind of stuff. Get out of here. Get away from the future home of Apius. Eli, well, maybe one day if you get it, for sure, join on. I don't know if you meant you're gonna get good first. There's no need to like practice at it, if that's what you were saying, because again, this is just a PvE server and we're all having fun, so definitely don't need to like practice before you hop in by any means. But yeah, you'll have to obviously get it first before you can jump in. Hey, Jen. Yeah, me too. I love it. I've been playing it for however many years it's been out now, 8 years, on and off. And every time I come back to it, I love it. I believe I can double check in between logging off, but I should have most of that stuff off. Obviously, if that becomes a problem, like someone's no longer playing, I can either change it or I can go as an admin, just like remove stuff if somebody's no longer part of the server or something. But my goal would be to not decay all that stuff so that let you don't lose stuff if you're off for a little bit. It's not the Steam ID. It's called the OSS ID. So if you're sorry, I wasn't looking at my stam there. Well, I'm gonna go down slow anyway. So while you're playing, you can be solo or you can be on single player. You can be on a server. Just be on something, and then hit your console open. You hit that tilde key. You gotta do the full screen version of the console, or you're not gonna be able to see the results. But go in that, type "who am I" with no spaces, hit enter, and then it's gonna give you that OSS ID. That long string there is what I need you to send me. Yep, Zach. This is, if you're talking about Ark Ascended, yes, this is the new Ark. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your play style. Like, if you do join the server, or even if you don't join the server, Eli, even if you end up playing solo, by all means, you have any questions, feel free to hop in and ask questions. But it's also, it's a mix. There's some people that, you know, want a lot of, I don't want to say hand-holding, that sounds bad. There's our friendly Alpha Raptor that's been stalking my house for the last couple days. Hey, Jen, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, some people like to look up like how to do things, which is totally fine, and then there's people that like to figure it out, and you can do whichever one you want. If you want to figure it out, then don't let us spoil anything for you. But if you want help with anything, we are definitely here. If you join the server, we'll be here to help. We can do some content together. We can help you knock stuff out, tame stuff, show you how to build things, give you ideas. Started your mega base, Dylan? Nice. Yeah, like I said, I thought about the password at first, but I just don't, again, I don't like that. It's too easy to get in. There's even people that like, people have gotten into password servers even without sharing it. Like, I know people that had privates that were just with like friends, and somehow somebody like hacks into it. So I like the exclusive join. I think it's gonna keep the server the cleanest is my goal. But I mean, I understand if you don't want to join because of that, that's fine too. But I feel once you're on there, I mean, I would say it should be slim. Like, I don't want to scare you like it's gonna be a problem, but I definitely, I wouldn't want to be just handing my password out then to like a bunch of people, because I could easily see it just being like, oh, I'll just give it to a friend. I'll give it to somebody else, and then just more people start popping in. It's just risky. Like I said, I want this to be nice and clean. So yeah, it's pain to get in up front, but once you're in, you're on the server, you'll be good. And I'm gonna eventually probably do clusters like with Scorched Earth and stuff. And I mean, once I do that, whoever's already in that list, I'll just copy it over. So it's not going to be something, obviously, we'll have to do like when I set up new servers, because I'll just copy the same stuff over. So it's just a one-time deal, basically, of getting you set up there. I'm doing good. How are you? I don't know if that is it Javier or Xavier? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but maybe Xavier. Either way, I'm doing good. How are you? All right, Xavier. Gotcha. So, like I said, between yesterday and today, I didn't have a lot of time. That's why I didn't like live stream. Didn't live stream the rest of this. But for anybody that was on yesterday, I did make my little starter hut quite a bit fancier, which is hilarious because I'm literally about to move to my other location. But I can't help it. I love building. This is why I'm a PvE player. I just like making things aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So I thought this was pretty cool for just like a basic starter hut. I left this open because I'm gonna do like, well, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. If I'm here long enough, I was gonna do a little dock or something like that. This is just my path up to my pterodons, which are hiding up there. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I'll probably leave it and just unlock it and have it as like a little safe spot. So if people start and they want to get somewhere to come grab some water, maybe cook some food, have a smithy or whatever, a forge, they can use it. And yeah, John, Cubs sub Patreon to get access to server sounds like. Yeah, John. And if you don't care which one, I would prefer Patreon just because they take way less out of the fee. It's $3 either way, whether you do it to TikTok or Patreon, but Patreon only takes like 8% of it, and TikTok takes like 50%. So if you can do Patreon, I'd appreciate it, but it doesn't matter to me. If you're all set up on TikTok and that's how you want to do it, that's fine too. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I understand that. Official takes a lot of time. That's even me. I'm gonna be mixed up between my my other content and this, so it'll be kind of slow going, but that's okay. I think I'll have fun doing it, and honestly, it just gives me more to do. I like the grind, so I can do it 2 times over, I guess. Yeah, they take 50%. So yeah, for the $3, I get like $1.50 out of it. And again, that money is just going towards running the server because I am renting this through Nitrado, which right now it's a 20 slot right now. I think it's $25 a month. So I mean, you can do the math there. I got to get a handful of people in there before I even can pay for the server. Not like I'm not taking too much home here, so to speak. Evolved is definitely a lot harder, Elite. I mean, definitely, obviously, can be done, but if you were saying Ascended got a lot easier because there's far less wyverns in there. Can I cancel and give you the Nitrado sub? Yeah, so I mean, Darren, again, you're already sub to it. It's totally fine. If you want to in the future, you can like not renew it, and then next month or whatever, you can go to Patreon is the other one. If I was saying Nitrado, sorry. I was talking about the Patreon sub is what I would need. Yeah, I'm making bank, man. No, let's see. I got 4 people or something so far, so I'm still in the hole at the moment. Still in the hole. But yeah, Patreon is the preferred, but again, I don't mind. And if you're on the TikTok side, that's fine. If you ever want to switch over, just don't auto renew, and then when that like renewal is up or whatever, just switch over to the other one. So which flying dino? Obviously, once you have a wyvern, the wyvern. But when you don't have that yet, you can use probably an Argent just because you want to be as tanky as can be. The Argent is awesome. B8. I don't know how to say your. Is there like a better way to say that name? B89mer. I feel like I'm missing something. Is there like? Is it not clicking in my head the way that I'm supposed to say that? Boomer. Okay. I was like, I knew there's probably some way to say it. So, all right, Boomer. I appreciate it. Eli Hayes spends on how many slots for 20? It costs 20. Yeah, it costs 25 a month, correct? For the 20 slotter. I'm doing good, Sam. How are you? But anyways, I would do Argent because you want it to be as tanky as possible because you're probably going to get attacked. If Lamantria or what's the other one on that map? The I blinked on it. Well, definitely the Lamantria, though, is not going to be strong enough to do that. Thanks for the follow, Elche. I appreciate it. Oh, do you have Griffins? I didn't think they were naturally on that map, but maybe you have Griffins modded in or something? Hey, Aiden. Or, I'm sorry, Aiden. Jaden. Jaden, I'm so glad you got in. I was pumped to see that you that code worked or that ID worked that I saw in the logs. Yeah, but even on Evolved, I didn't think there were Griffins on Scorched. Were there naturally on Evolved? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not remembering, but I didn't think there were. Yeah, that's. I mean, I knew with mods. I just meant not like naturally. So it must be a mod that's on there. All right, getting sidetracked. We got our little thing set down. I do want to move there sooner rather than later, but that is a very dangerous spot if nobody's familiar with that place. Oh, gotcha. I thought you were playing on Scorched Earth. Okay, I gotcha. Well then, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a better. Sam, I'm sorry to say, Red Eye is not around Red Eye, unfortunately, met his demise last night when we were out and about. We were taming. What were we taming? We were taming something over there. Now I can't remember which thing, but we were taming it. I had the Delos. I had the Delos with me. I was taming this raptor. I was getting this raptor, and I had the Delos out there protecting me. And we got 2 Carnos snuck up on us, and I ran. The Delos kept fighting. I tried to get them away. My other 2 Delos made it because they were higher level. Red Eye was only like level 30, so unfortunately, Red Eye did not have the health to be able to make it through the battle. So poor Red Eye, unfortunately, is our first casualty of the game. I'm sorry to say, man. Pika is still here, right? Which one was Pika? What did we name Pika? Was it the, yep, I was gonna say the trike. Pika's still here, just doing his thing. So yeah, everyone else is here. Like I said, I think we only lost that Delo. And again, it was only because of the level. It was so low level. These guys were able to get away. That thing had like no health on it. I mean, even this one, I'm surprised this one survived. Let's give it a bit more health. So yeah, that's where we're at. Evolve servers official were canceled, but you can still have unofficial servers. All right. So we put our billboards down. I want to go get more raptors because I think that'll make us a little bit stronger to go try to build in that the area that I want to build. No one's familiar with that spot. It is pretty darn dangerous. When I built there in my last playthrough, there were hey Dragon Tamer, love the name. How you doing? When I built there last time, there were Alpha Carnos, there were Alpha Rexes, there were normal Rexes, there were Argent, Scorpions, Sabertooths, all sorts of things, but I loved that spot. So we're still going to do it, but I'm obviously pretty premature, I think, for going there. You can have mods on PC. You couldn't on... Awesome, Eli. Have a good night. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, you couldn't have it on console, if that's what you're thinking, maybe. Damn, I will definitely try. Yeah, I think Ascended was the first one now that's allowing mods on the console. I don't know why I'm running prematurely here. I gotta get a couple more bolas before I do that. When you get it, John, you can send it just a direct message in TikTok. Since you're already on there, that's probably easiest for you. Or you can also join my Discord, which if you do join in any form or fashion, I definitely recommend hopping in the Discord server just because we're going to be chatting about the server and the settings and everything else there. So if you go to my link tree in my bio, you can also get to my Discord. So you can message me on Discord, TikTok, either one's fine. And once I get that ID, as I was saying earlier, I'll get it added as soon as I can. But then you'll probably have to wait for the nightly reboot to get access because it doesn't refresh or take effect until the server reboots. And I don't want to just reboot, you know, all the time when people are playing. So it'll be a nightly reboot. So everybody that joins the previous day should be able to get in the next day. And again, it sucks to have a hurdle like that, but I just want to be able to keep this the server secure. I want it to be secure, fun, and hopefully as problem-free as can be. And no problem, Elite. And if I had any answer I have, I will give to you. That answer, I don't know. The Brachiosaurus, I think, is just a mod, right? Because that's not an official ARK creature yet. So I would think it would have to be in a mod. But again, I'm not super familiar with all the different modded maps. So maybe it is on your modded map. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, I'm excited to see what ARK 2 is. I'm still kind of confused what it is, though. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be like exactly this type of style. They keep saying it's going to be Souls-like. I don't know if that just means the combat's going to be changed, or is it going to be a lot less like survival and just more like fighting? I guess I don't know. Yeah, Elite, there's some sort of ARK 2, and supposedly it's still coming at the end of 2024, which I highly doubt. But again, I'm not clear on exactly what it's going to be. The only thing is if it's not survival like this, I guess the only good news is since they're doing all this Ascended stuff, and that's why it's weird if ARK 2 is coming out this quick. They have a roadmap for ARK Ascended that goes through like 2026. So it's weird to be releasing all the content for ARK Ascended, but then give people ARK 2. it's a weird. It's weird. You would think if it's gonna totally like be just a better survival game, why would they overlap them? Because who's gonna want to play Ark Ascended when there's the new one? So I don't know. I just have this feeling maybe it's different. Maybe it's not gonna be the exact same thing, and you're still gonna want to come to Ascended for your survival, and maybe you do a little bit different type of gameplay on Ark 2. It's my only guess, but I don't know. There's not enough information on it yet to really know what it's going to be. All right, enough lollygagging. I know I get sidetracked. I'm amazed all you guys stay here and chat with me when I basically run in circles and talk the whole time the last few days. But I'll I'll get to trying to do something here. I promise. That's fine. Work nights, enjoy getting home. Do I still play Unevolved? I don't. I may pop in to test like a server that, or like a map that's not out yet, but in general I don't really think I'll be going back to Evolved for any reason. Like I said, other than that, maybe if a new map's coming out that I haven't been on, maybe I'll pop in there just to learn it a bit before it actually comes out. Not sure. Hooking me up with 101 saddles. Nice. Nice. What did I just do? What did I just do? Oh, I hit some weird things. Sorry, guys. I don't even think you can see that I'm having a problem, but my clearly hit the wrong button, and I think I swapped over like some settings to HDR or something, and I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. It seems to be working, so I'll just keep going. I'll pretend like that didn't happen. Yeah, if you look at just search the Ark Ascended roadmap, you'll see all the maps, and it's pretty much all the ones that people are familiar with playing. They're all in the list. The official ones, the modded ones that became like official DLC, all of those are in here. So you're gonna have just a bunch. Also, it's TikTok is what is going on here? TikTok is like taking over my. I'm like doing TikTok hotkeys for some reason. That's what's happening. I don't know why, but can I type? No, I can't type there. Why am I doing TikTok hotkeys? How do I get off of it? Don't know. It's all sorts of goofed up now because all my buttons are doing crazy stuff. Okay. All right, I guess we're reloading here for a second. I'm gonna try not to quit the TikTok, but I might have to because I don't know what I did to get those hotkeys up there. See here. I have not played that Fjordor map, or however you pronounce it, so I'll be excited to try that out at some point in time. Oop. I think we're still goofed up here. Let me try to. Yeah, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck doing hotkeys? Alright, I apologize, guys. I'm going to have to drop the TikTok probably because it's doing some crazy stuff, but I will be right back on it. If anybody hops off, no problem. I appreciate you guys joining, but if you want to check back in about 2 minutes, I should be back on live there, so I'll be back. Now I'm still on the YouTube side because I think I'm maybe okay there. Maybe not though. No, I'm still like hotkeying. All right, guys. Unfortunately, I'll have to drop the YouTube side. I'll be right back. Again, appreciate you guys that are on there, but if you get a chance to jump back on,